Rashmika Mandanna and you're listening to me on Unveiling.
విరిజల శ్రోతలకి నమస్కారం. సూపర్ ఎక్సైటెడ్ గా ఉంది, ఎందుకంటే దిస్ యాక్ట్రెస్ 7 ఏళ్ల క్రితం డెబ్యూ చేసి ఈ రోజు ఒక పాన్ ఇండియన్ స్టార్ లా ఎదిగిపోయి నిజంగా ఉమెన్ ఇన్ ఫిల్మ్ ఫ్రెటర్నిటీ అంటే ఓ రెస్పెక్టే కాకుండా డిగ్నిటీ తీసుకొచ్చిన సుప్రీంలీ టాలెంటెడ్, గార్జియస్ అండ్ దేశాన్ని క్రష్ చేసిన రష్మిక గారు మనతో లైన్ లో ఉన్నారు ఫర్ ద ఫస్ట్ టైం ఆన్ విరిజల్లు. హాయ్ రష్మిక గారు, వార్మ్ వెల్కమ్ టు ది షో.
Hi Andy, thank you so much. Thank you.
So before we talk about Animal, and the most talked about movie right now, we're super excited గా entire nation ప్రపంచంలో ఉన్న ఇండియన్స్ అందరూ వెయిట్ చేస్తున్నారు. దానికి వెళ్లే ముందు రష్మిక గారు, 7 years ago if somebody told you when you did your debut on Kirrik Party that 7 years from now you will be a star of India, people will be looking forward to you అని చెప్పుంటే నమ్మేవారా మీరు?
అంటే లైఫ్ జర్నీ డిఫరెంట్ ఉంటుంది కదండి. లైక్ యూ కాంట్ బీ షూర్ ఆఫ్ వాట్స్ గోయింగ్ టు హ్యాపెన్ ఇన్ ద ఫ్యూచర్, బట్ యూ జస్ట్ రైడ్ ద విండ్ అండ్ యూ రీచ్ వేర్ యూ ఆర్, అండ్ ఇట్స్ ఆల్ బికాస్ ఆఫ్ ద వెల్ విషర్స్, ఇట్స్ ఆల్ బికాస్ ఆఫ్ ద హార్డ్ వర్క్ దట్ you've done and the choices that you've made in life. And yeah, so I'm happy to be here today. Thank you.
Awesome. And let's talk about Animal first, and I'll come back to your own journey, Rashmika garu. Animal, Sandeep Reddy garu after Arjun Reddy, of course he did a remake in Hindi, but the next movie enti original movie tannichi next time vastundani andaru wait chestunnaru. Animal trailer is out. It looks very very intense. So how did Animal happen?
For me, Animal happened ante ippudu I don't remember this much, కానీ డైరెక్టర్ గారితో కూర్చొని మాట్లాడేటప్పుడు he tells me that I was cast in Animal like 10 days before the rolling of the film, and it was very surprising for me ఎందుకంటే it wasn't in the schedule plan, because every month you sort of like have a schedule for your films and everything, for ads and films and everything that you're going to shoot, and suddenly Animal like came about 10 days before the shooting of the film. And ippudu question matladetappudu it was such a surprising turn of events. Kani I remember when I got the call for Animal, it was like Sandeep garu was just like, okay, there's this film that I'm doing and are you game for it? And I was like, okay, but what am I doing in the film? I don't know. And then he just told me the brief of the film, and I was just like, I already wanted to work with Sandeep garu, I wanted to work with Ranbir Kapoor, so I was just like, okay, so you film on me and I get to sort of like perform and I get to do the best that I can so far, and it just came about on me, and it wasn't like, you know, something just happened that you didn't even like, you weren't even ready for. It's one of those.
And Sandeep Gari first cinema Arjun Reddy chuste woman character is so strong, and even though Vijay Garu's character is the primary driver of the movie, woman's character is so strong cinema. Our cinema interview chestinappudu kuda Sandeep Garu mentioned that I'm a firm believer the story needs to have a good weight of both the male lead as well as female lead ani. So Animal trailer chuste one thing we can easily deduce, it's going to be a very intense film. So me role, without revealing too much, me role ela undabotundi, it looks like you will be a key part of Ranbir's journey. It's going to be a story between about father, you, him, love story and bunch of other emotions which we'll figure out. But me role ఎలా ఉంటుంది? Is it going to be as intense and as a character? ఎలా అనిపించింది మీకు?
Like for me, if I do have a prominent role, the one thing I would like to say is the story is of a man who's obsessed with the father and will go to any length to protect his family. Like that is what I'd like to say about the film. But if you ask my role in the film, it's of course very prominent and very strong, like you just said. Kani, nobody has a story of his own. It's always shared with his most intimate people. True. Like keep it any successful people out there, and keep it anyone. Everyone has a mother, everyone has a father, everyone has a friend, everyone has a girlfriend, everyone has a wife and kids. So it's just that, you know, and this is a story of a man, and a man who has all of these different characters in his life.
Now talk about Ranbir. Meera annaru, I saw you mention in other interviews as well that you always wanted to work with Ranbir ani. So how was it working with Ranbir and the actor, and share about anything else about your chemistry with Ranbir, how it all came together?
Working with Ranbir has been really nice, as in I've gotten to do a film with him which I'm grateful for, and he is a nice person, nice actor to work with. And also having the combination of Sandeep garu and Ranbir garu, it's something which I feel like it was a perfect combination because both of them had a very good comfort level with one another. And when you're in a film where the actor and the director are so comfortable with each other and who love working with each other, it sort of like just outpours that energy. So I was really happy to have been on the same set as them. And when you know that, okay, this combination is working for something close to creating madness, and when you're in it, you're just like, you're feeling included and you feel like you're a part of the party. So I had a blast, and he's a really good person to work with. So yeah.
I think you're being humble when you say you've been very grateful to work with Ranbir. And right now you're the most sought after actress, Rashmika. What are you talking about? I'm pretty sure Ranbir was equally excited to work with you.
As in, I've been watching Ranbir since I think I was in the senior years of school or almost college. I don't know, but you've always known that there's this amazing performer, there's this amazing actor, and today you get to work with him, and it's truly like, it's a good journey.
And just to understand how it worked on the set, so Sandeep painted ఒక scene మీకు just explain చేసి, did he let you play the emotions, the dialogues, like how you both felt? Just explain how the actual composition of a scene went, Rashmika. Just curious. I know Sandeep is, especially Arjun Reddy, we saw cinema release అయిపోయి hit అయిన తర్వాత they released some shots of making of the scenes, and we've seen how it went there. I'm just curious, Animal though, how did the interplay work between Sandeep, you, Ranbir? Did he just explain the scene and then let you guys play with it, or did he tell you exactly what needs to be done? Just curious, Rashmika.
For me, I remember that every day, like first of all, the story is Sandeep Sir's and Sandeep Sir's only, and he then considers us actors to play the parts in the film, these characters in the film, and then it goes on to like the actors bringing their own flavors into the characters, and then the magic is created, right? So that's the initial step. So I remember like every time we had like the major portions of the talky portions and the most these scenes which needed a lot of chemistry and just the back and forth conversations and all of that. I remember 3-4 days before the shoot, so would sort of like get all like Ranbir and me together, and we would just like rehearse those scenes. He would just read it and he would tell what's in his mind, and like I think actors like Ranbir would be like, okay, this is my perception of the scene, or okay, this is my perspective. So we would have like all these discussions regarding the same scene, and we would talk about the flavors that we have, which we can bring onto the scene, so it sort of like made us really personal for all the actors, and the director sort of like saw the chemistry build, and the director sort of like loved how and where these characters are taking these scenes. And I think somewhere he would give us the freedom, but also if he felt like, okay, this is like whatever he has in his mind is stronger, then he would like tell us to work around it. And like today when you watch it all, you just know that, okay, so this is what the magic is all about. So it's a very special moment when you like do the craft and then you watch it and you're like, this feels right.
One thing I'm sure you already know, a lot of young women who want to make their film as their profession, a film fraternity is something that they're interested in. They all look at you as an inspiration. And one thing that really stands out for me personally is the dignity with which you manage everything. Last 7 years, hitlu side chusina sare the popularity chustaru kani we also saw firsthand the different things that you had to deal with, and how you even respond to those social media lo kani, the way you tackle them. I'm pretty sure it's not easy. So how do you maintain that balance to still respond to things with dignity, making your point across without being brash, but still taking a stand, especially as a woman? I'm asking this question because you're always in the news, but still the way you've handled it so far, especially you're so young, it's not easy. I'm pretty sure you're learning on the fly as well. So I just want to get your perspective on it, Rashmika.
So first of all, it's really super kind of you to say all of this, and thank you. I feel like when, like initially I didn't realize this, but along the way I've realized that when this is what you've chosen personally, this is what you have to stick by. It's not like you can only expect the good part of it all. There comes like a mixture of everything, and that's how it's like life just is. And like keeping in social media, like as much as all the bad things are happening, there are tons of good things. Like there's so many people who convey and give you the love and acknowledgement and affirmation and all of this that you know, that keeps pushing you. But at the same time, you know, when all the bad things happen, like a lot of things, you know, that is not in your hand, and something which is not in your hand, you can't let it affect you. Like my mom keeps saying this, if you don't do anything with a wrong intention, then there's nothing for you to worry about, because the universe is always watching. And she keeps telling me this, and I somewhere have started believing it, because like you can't have everything in your control, but the things you do have in your control, then you do the best about it and for it. So I think I approach a lot of things that way. And I know that this is life. Like when the things are going wrong, you know how special the moments of things going right is, and it's to be felt. So it's just about the balance of life, I think. So I think that's what just keeps me in the right space of mind, in the right atmosphere, and people react a certain way and things take their own course of action. And I feel like if there are these women who want to come into the industry, they should just be game for all of it, you know, the bad and the good, because it's not just going to go one way. You're going to see a lot of it. And you're going to see a lot of goods and the bad. If you're on for a roller coaster, then hop on. Otherwise, this is not made for you.
Once again, congratulations, not just for all your laurels and success, which you truly deserve, Rashmika, but also, like I said, the dignity with which you handled. And like I'm pretty sure a lot of people are inspired by you, especially the women. And again, thank you for the way you handled it. Now, mana Telugu audience తీసుకుంటే మిమ్మల్ని మన తెలుగు ఆడియన్స్ మా తెలుగు అమ్మాయిని ఓన్ చేసుకున్నారు, తెలుగు తీసుకున్నా Geeta Govindam తీసుకున్నప్పుడు పుష్పతో ఇప్పుడు పాన్ ఇండియన్ స్టార్ అయిపోయారు. We are all very, very happy. But all Telugu audience feel you are like Telugu అమ్మాయి, మా అమ్మాయి. What about all the love you get from the Telugu audience, Rashmika?
Oh my God, Telugu is home. Like for me, I don't know. Now I live in Hyderabad, and you know, I eat and I breathe and I live on the soil now, so it's all the way more special. And my home place is Karnataka, where I'm always going to, like, I'm born there, and I have this intense and, you know, intimate love for my family and my people back in Karnataka, and Hyderabad is, which has accepted me. So this is like a home away from home. I've made my own space here. Hyderabad is literally where I live in right now. Coming back to like Chennai, like I sort of like grew up in Chennai for a brief moment, so like I have a strong connection there, and I also work in Bombay now. So it's actually like, okay, I'm from all these places, and even with Malayalam, honestly, like I'm from Coog, so we have a lot of Kerala connection. So I legit feel like a nation's baby, you know, like I have a strong, like full intense connection everywhere in our country, and I'm like, okay.
And not just that, you got love for the entire nation, and people refer to you as Rashmika because, you know, you've stolen the hearts of all the boys of the nation. It's amazing the amount of love as well as admiration you get from all of us. Devi Sri Prasad Garu from Bay Area Telugu Association, Bata, we hosted this concert recently for DSP. And first of all, it was a sold-out show. And the songs that got the maximum applause and the songs that people asked for repeat once more are all Pushpa songs, whether it is Sami or Srivalli. I'm telling you, it was like a repeat mode, right? And it was intense. And, you know, DSP is an amazing performer. And so all the Pushpa songs were like met with whistles and dances. It was a different level altogether.
How lovely. How lovely.
And now Pushpa 2, I know you cannot talk at all about Pushpa 2. I won't put you on the spot. So many expectations coming out of Pushpa 2. But can you tell us, can we have all the more expectations out of Pushpa 2? I know it's coming around the corner probably next year. But how is Pushpa 2 coming along without giving anything at all about Pushpa 2?
Oh my God. Pushpa 2 is coming out insanely amazing. It's brilliant. The quality of filmmaking, the quality of the character arcs and the performances and the whole visual effects and the sound and like just everything together is just like bigger and better from the Pushpa 1. And like every time when someone like yourself tell me that there's high expectations for Pushpa 2, and I'm like, keep it up. Like, really keep up the expectations because it's going to blow your mind. I'm actually just going to say that, guys. Like, some crazy thing is coming out in Pushpa 2, and I hope y'all enjoy it. But I honestly know that you're going to enjoy it. So it's, it's going to be one of those films, and I truly look forward to Pushpa as well.
Awesome. Thank you. We'll keep our expectations so high and high until Pushpa 2. And now, coming back to Animal, we ask this question to every celebrity for every movie, and we will ask you the same question without revealing the plot of the story. One scene of the movie that you love, or you can tell us saying, hey, watch out for that scene. That is my favorite scene. Then when we watch the movie, we'll say, oh, this is the scene that Rashmika was referring to. So give us some indications as to when we can expect a scene that you love, and we'll watch out for that when we watch for the movie, Rashmika.
For me in Animal, like for my character in Animal, my favorite scene while shooting and while watching the film was the Karwa Chauth scene. It comes around the pre-climax, I think, and oh my god, like as an actor, I've never delivered something like that, and as an audience, like when I was watching myself on screen, I was like, who is this woman? Like I couldn't connect myself, but I was just fascinated and mind blown of what I've done for that one scene. And I was like, how did I even do that? You know, that moment of, like I remember while shooting the scene, like between the action and cut, it was like, I think about 5, 6, 7 minutes long scene, and I wasn't thinking, and I didn't know that, okay, this is my line, this is what I have to wait for, this is how I'm supposed to react. Like now when I watch it, like the emotions of this character is all over the place, and I was like, wow, like that. I think the beauty of the scene is because Geetanjali's character like was all over in her emotions, and there was no like, okay, heads or tails. There was just like she was all over the place, and I think that scene holds so strongly for me is because of that one performance. And I think I don't know if in my life I can deliver something like that, but I did in this film, and I'm very proud of it.
Now, the way you just described it only, makes us wait for it. So, Karwa Chauth scene, pre-climax, watch out for it, because looks like, Rashmika, you were bowled by your own performance. So, definitely we'll keep an eye on that one.
That's my favorite scene of mine in the film.
So, Animal, right? The trailer is out there. The expectations are, again, sky is the limit. People are eagerly waiting. Sandeep ready at the helm, and you and Ranbir coming together. So your invitation to all our Virijalu listeners, as well as all the listeners, all the NRIs in the US about Animal.
Well, guys, December 1st, Animal is going to release in multiple languages, and you can watch the film in any of your own personal language. And I hope we touch your hearts, and I hope you'll enjoy watching the movie. And I hope, you just enjoy watching the movie, and please tell us how you like it, and if any reviews, so that next time we can work upon it and we convey our love to all of you through our movies, and I hope we do justice doing that. And sending you loads of love and hugs and, many kisses. Please take care of yourselves, and And
Rashmika, before we end the interview, I want to end with a fun question. Some little cuckoo told me that you have this small little journal of your bucket list of things you want to do in life. So without revealing too much, because I know you said it's only you that you know, what is the number that you have? How many have you checked off the bucket, and how many more to go?
There's just too many. But please, can you guys take me to the US? Because that's definitely one of my bucket lists, and I'm looking forward to the time when I come to the US. I really look forward to the time.
No, absolutely, Rashmika.
And I hope when I do come there, I get to meet all of you.
Absolutely.
And that would mean a lot to me.
We will make it happen. That one is on us, so we'll make it happen for sure.
Thank you.
Thank you. And Rashmika, once again, మాకు మాట ఇచ్చినందుకు టైం తీసుకుని ఇంటర్వ్యూ ఇచ్చారు. Really appreciate it. And probably we get to know the other side of Rashmika in our future interviews. But wishing you, Ranbir, Sandeep Garu, a huge success with Animal. You're already a pan-Indian star. So I don't know what else can we wish for. So wish you all the more success. And may you crush the nation again and again and again, Rashmika.
No, more than being the pan-Indian actors and whatsoever, it is your love that we look forward to. So I hope we receive that, and we'll be more than happy.
Thank you, Rashmika Garu. Thank you so much, Andy.
Thank you, Andy.